All right, peace, peace, peace. What up? First and foremost, hopefully, the Most High in your house shall bless you all day. By His mercies, you are consumed. We're alive in the Most High in your house shall body, too. We're naturally alive. And yeah, man, I just want to get into this, man, because honestly, this kind of goes into, we want to get into this, I should say, get into this, man, because this kind of goes into, shout out to the brother sent me a firstborn, man, for bringing this out, man. How this all kind of goes into like not going after our lusts, our own desires, man. Even if those desires aren't even bad things, man. Because lust can just more be sexual things. Because the people lust for, of course, money, power, attention, to be right all the time, uh, anything, food, and of course, sexual lust, anything, man. Gambling, well, that's part of the money, but and any type of thing, because like Solomon says, every man every man knows the plague of his own heart. Everybody knows their vices, but you know, like 'cause even with the Garden of Eve, it says that that was a tree that she desired, man, and that we're no different because we're Eve, honestly, of course, like our Israel, man, is Eve. That was just a precursor, and from the beginning, how with Adam and Eve was just saying how the Most High house shall deal with us in the end, man. So that's why it says the cares of the world and the desires, your own lust, your own desires, things of that nature, man. So kind of want to get into that, man, and it's gonna be real quick. So let's get Genesis chapter 3, and verse 6. It says, because this tree of knowledge of good and evil is the law, but it was just like she got Eve. She did nothing because we're Eve. Because then we had the word, and we rejected. We went off from it, so it's no different. And actually, I want to talk about that too, as far as Eve in 1 Kings 13. We're going to talk about this. We gonna want to touch on that soon, Lord willing. But yeah, let's just grab this uh Genesis chapter 3 verse 6, and it says, so when the woman saw that the tree was good, that it was pleasant to the eyes, a tree desirable. See, a tree desirable, her own desires to make one wise. She took of its fruit and ate. She also gave to her husband, and he ate. So see that? Yeah, man. So that's just what it is, man. So, yeah, so let's get James. This all goes into not going after our lust, our own desires. Because even our own lust, it doesn't always have to be a bad thing. It's just things that are contrary to the Most High Hashem's will. Like, that can't override the Most High Hashem's will. Because that's really the tricky part, too. The only things that our own lust, our own desires that are like displeasing to the Most High Hashem, but it's like my own lusts and desires that are, um, that are not even sin or wickedness per se, but it's the Most High Hashem's will comes first. But let's get to James chapter 1 verse 4, man, because that's what lust is, your own desires, man. And like the brother, I don't say brother because he was eating my butt. But he had a point though, man. Like the guy from the Bao Eye, he has a YouTube channel. He just analyzes villains from movie, TV, and video game villains. Sometimes real people, but he came up with his summation came up with that. He said one time that in an interview, I think we shared it on the reels. He said the root of really evil is selfishness, and I get that to a degree. Honestly, it's really kind of your own will, your own self will, your own desires. That's really I would concur with that, but. Let's get James chapter 1 verse 4. Cause yeah, man, it's going about our own desires. James chapter 1 verse 14. I'm sorry, but each one is tempted when he is drawn away by his own desires and enticed. So see that we can go back to the beginning in the law with Eve with that, man. So we're no different from Eve then. So that's is what it is, man. Just fighting that flesh, find your own lust, your own desires. Like the brother Akawar perfectly said, the Most High house increases and we decrease, man. Even if that our own things that we want is not even bad, man. Because the brother sent me first one said one time, I was watching his older classes, his video. He said, man, imagine that this amongst the house of believers, the house of believers. If everybody got with everything, if what they want, man, the house would be out of order, man. So that's why the Most High house isn't a genie, man. So that's why, their will, like 1 John 2:17, last forever. My will is temporarily, man. So that's is what it is, man. So, but yeah, just going after lust, you know, because we know we share the reels on here a lot of times. Dudes talking about sexual, but the sexual things that nature. But you really, that's lust is more than just sexual. Actually, is beyond that. So, yeah, man, that temptation, that lust, man, like this, yeah, man, your own desires. So, yeah, man, it's all kind of the same ballpark. But let's read this one more time. But each one is tempted when he is drawn away by his own desires and enticed. So, anyway, man, hopefully this is edifying, man. So much love to your brothers and sisters. So, yeah, hopefully most on your house, y'all blesses your day. So, peace.